God, I sound like
Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
Wait, if I was recording that,
Hold on, I'm gonna blow my nose.
you know, beep.
I know,
Oh my
right?
God, what an absolute disaster. What a disaster.
I feel like $100.
I thought the allergy is supposed to go away once we get a freeze.
I actually, well, yeah, right? Okay, here we go.
I'm enjoying the snow. The ice was rough. The neighborhood was rough. Hood was not good getting out this morning, but I enjoyed last night with the fire going and the snow coming down.
Don't need to have snow coming down. I don't mind if it
loved
gets cooler, but I can do without the snow. I can do without it just because I don't want to go out and scoop anything. You
Yeah.
haven't scooped. You've got a scooper living in your house.
Okay, funny. You should ask or should say that because I texted Bennett this morning, called him actually, and while he's waiting for his car to warm up, I said, all right, but I need you to scoop the front steps, the stoop, and there's this little sidewalk going onto the driveway.
Yeah.
Because the driveway had any half inch, 45, whatever. So we're not going to scoop the driveway. So he's like, okay, sure, no problem. And then about, an hour later, I get a copy of the video doorbell the Ring video of Beth just kind of checking in on progress, and it shows the boy walking out of the front door, stepping on the front steps, taking his shoes and going with his feet on the top step and walking to his car. That's all he did. That's all he did.
Did he think you wouldn't notice?
I don't think. See, that's the thing. I think they have forgotten that the Ring doorbell's there. The camera's
that's
there.
a good thing.
Yeah, so we don't want to. I didn't bring it
No.
up to his attention. I said that I noticed that, and he assumed that I went home.
Yeah.
So he got on his ass today about that.
right,
He said he didn't know where the shovel was.
Oh. Well, he
And
hasn't
he
lived in
nev-
that house very long.
It's only been through an entire winter where he shoveled multiple times.
And he
so,
hasn't lived with your family very long. I mean,
right,
seriously,
it's only been 17 years.
They
of
don't
his,
know where you keep things. Come on, you expect too much.
That kid. And then when I called him, he goes, I wish Will Smith was my dad. He wouldn't make me do this. I go, what does that even mean? swear.
Because they let them set their own rules.
Right.
Right? That's the deal, because Will Smith and his
Free
wife-
range parenting.
Right, exactly. They just kind of keep an eye on him, but they don't really tell him what to do.
Right.
Oh my gosh. How
So-
embarrassing.
Yeah. So that, he doesn't.
Kicked it around with his shoe. And
Like-
he didn't even do all the steps.
The top step.
Just the top step.
And then to his car.
It's like you left footprints.
Yeah.
That's the whole
Like we see you.
point. We shouldn't be able to see it. I did my front steps and my sidewalk this morning. And then the back steps, because I want to get them before Jack went out.
Yeah.
So he didn't, because he has no, it's like it's either 100% or 0. He's either laying down or he's running like his tail's on fire.
I feel that, man.
And
I understand. I get that.
and so I worry when he takes off running if the deck's wet, because he slips, and
Yeah.
he doesn't care, but played a couple rounds of Frisbee, and I don't know how he found his Frisbee, but he found it.
You can
It was
smell.
out in the snow.
They smell stuff.
It was crazy.
He can smell his Frisbee.
So anyway, did that this morning. But I tell you, and it's so funny, is that first snow every year, there was a huge accident apparently on Dodge Street. I do not know of what kind. I pray nobody was hurt. But when I went to get on Dodge going westbound, the eastbound lanes past 132nd Street when I was up going over the top, and long story short, you could see it went past 132nd. And then I went out to 180th. That's where I got off, and it was still at a standstill as far as the eye could see. So we'd been sitting there for a minute.
I mean, accidents like that happen in weather like this, but it seems like the first one is people just absolutely, completely forget about everything they've ever learned
All
of
the
driving in the
rules.
yes.
Where the shovel is.
Not just driving; it's where the shovel is too.
And then there's the car you get behind. I was driving behind. I'm sure she's a very nice young lady.
I'm sure.
I have a feeling this is the first snowstorm she's driven in. And snow, period.
Was she white knuckling?
Oh my God. And you could tell it's like she turned on she wanted to change lanes, and I was just going by her, and she slowed down though. And then she hit her turn signal, but she started coming over with when she hit the turn signal. It's like, hit the turn signal, then take a look in your mirror and see, or maybe take a look in your mirror first and then hit the turn.
Yeah.
Just got to slow things down a little bit. But anyway, and then so I let her in because she was coming over. And I was like, just catching up with her. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And next thing you know, all the snow on her roof flies off and
Of
hits my
course it-
windshield.
Of course it did.
So I beg you, before you take off from your neighborhood,
just brush it.
don't just a little bit. Don't just make a hole to look out the front and look out the back.
I've done that before though, but don't do that. It's
get
not
the
safe.
hood, get the trunk. I don't care, whatever you got. Just because it will fly off and it'll land on somebody's windshield.
Oh, for sure. And it's not doesn't it literally one of those big whatever floor sweeper brushes.
Yeah.
5 swipes and you're done.
Done. Just knock it off.
Absolutely done.
Because you see it coming, like, oh God, here it comes. So anyway, I'm sure. And then I went by her because then she kept slowing down. So then I got over in the left lane and I went by her and I looked over and I'm like, oh yeah, she was
freaking out. She had no idea that
Nah.
she just lost her hood.
nah.
Oh,
didn't
no.
even
No clue.
know. So poor thing. So anyway,
I'm just glad we got the first snow out of the way. Get all the bumps and stuff out of the road.
wasn't it? I think it was in 90? It was in 97 when they had the
Oh,
big
yeah, the bad
It was
in
on
October.
the 23rd or 25th.
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 Canceled thing Halloween.
Yeah.
Yep.
That horrible ice storm.
It was rough.
And snowstorm. I remember we went to a Halloween party in Lincoln and then another one in Denton. But they had the costume contests.
Miserable.
Oh my God. Trying to walk across the parking lot, I remember, because it was just a sheet of
Cruella
ice.
DeVille falls on her back in the middle
How
of the
did you
parking lot.
know?
Were you Cruella DeVille?
I was once.
Oh, that's awesome. That'd be funny if you were.
Generally, it's just the witch's outfit.
Uh-huh.
Just the easiest one. That one I got lazy as it went on as far as the costumes.
People that go over the top on costumes. It's so easy now to spend $40 and get one of the ones that inflates. It's kind of fun.
That's my
But
go-to now.
It's
my pony.
easy. It's easy. It's easy. But people that go over the top that have like fountains and all this stuff on their costume, it's like, man.
The makeup and all that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, because I've gotten to that point where it's just a one. Like when I had the bowling ball, I was a bowling.
It's
ball.
just easy.
And I was carrying a can of soup because
Bowling for soup.
That's right. That was a long time ago.
Right. It's
That
so
was funny.
easy. It's so easy, and it's $40-$50. It's in and out.
and you can wear something warm under it.
Yeah.
But
there's no
everybody wants
sense.
to be the sexy witch. Everybody wants to be
The sexy nurse.
Yeah.
The whatever. We know. But you know what? That's fine.
What does
Go
that
ahead.
have to do with Halloween?
The guy, sexy nurse, or the guy wants to be Thor, whatever, the guy with the toga. But you know what? Rock it while you got it. Go
I
ahead.
guess.
Because no, I wouldn't, no, not
You know
now.
what? I'm wondering. Hold on here. I got to look this up real quick. What the top Halloween costumes are this year. Just kind of curious because I some places are talking about not doing Halloween, at least not the way it's always been. Oh, avocado.
Again, that's kind of your bowling ball.
Seriously. Avocado, roll of toilet paper.
Oh, that'd be awesome. It's actually pretty funny.
Oh, and I guarantee you this, no way. This is called Gone Country.
Yeah. It's 50. I see a 15%
Yeah,
off
it is.
coupon at Party City. Yeah, I mean that's if a girl wears the Gone Country, it's basically a bikini with a cowboy
Look at
hat.
the buns.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you wear that.
Not in Nebraska.
You have daddy issues.
And look at her boots. Wait.
Oh, I didn't think you were going to say boots.
Her boots are high heel cowboy boots.
Of course they are. Of course
Like
they are.
stiletto.
Yeah. We know if you wear that, we know
Oh,
you got it.
my
Whatever.
God. Okay, let me see where the avocado's on sale right now, $52. Oriental Trading, just saying. It looks like the 15 most. Oh, hey, I don't want that one. 15 most offensive costumes. We'll
Okay.
skip that one. For 2020, the 50 best costumes for 2020 because it's never too early. What? Of course, Tiger.
Tiger King? Yeah.
That's going to be a big one. What are some of the others in here? Looking through. Carol Baskin, of course, is on the list as well. Joe Exotic. Yeah, all those. Oh, the beer pong cup.
That's kind of cool. Was that like a volleyball, holding a volleyball, and you're just basically a
looks
big
like-
huge solo cup?
You have a big old solo cup
That's kind of a
on.
good idea. I don't mind that one.
You could be Bob Ross.
Yeah, that's a good one. Just need a big, like a fro. And
Didn't Heidi dress her dog up like that once?
Yep, sure
It
did.
was Bob.
Yep, forgot about that.
Lil Nas. Oh, yeah. That'd be a good one. Taylor Swift cardigan. I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's a
Folklore.
yeah.
The album, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ruth Bader Ginsburg is a hot one this year.
Wow. That sentence has never been said before, ever. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I mean, it's been a minute anyway.
She was really very pretty when she was young.
Well,
Not saying that she wasn't.
oh no, yeah, it's been a minute though.
But I don't know if they used the term hot one at
No,
that time.
probably
Maybe
not.
The TikTok e-girl.
Well, she was covered up by a robe 90% of her life.
with that best uniform ever.
It's although that's a problem I've heard from other and Beth included who got to wear scrubs to work for the longest period of time. That when you finally did put on your party pants on the weekend, you see every runza, every cheeseburger you ate. They're like, those. It's a very false sense of security. The
Right?
scrubs.
Those nuns probably run into the same problem.
For sure.
I would think. Oh, Running Forrest Gump has come back. I don't know why.
There was that. Did you see the kid at the West Side High School? Oh God, what was it? It was West Side High School, but they did a Running Gump promotion, and it was
No.
with Subway. I think it was with Subway or Jimmy John's. Anyway, a sandwich shop, and during halftime or a timeout or something, this kid was dressed up as Forrest Gump and would just run across the field and just run across the field. And it was like it was in conjunction with like Subway sandwiches or something. People won some stuff. It was hilarious, and he just ran then just ran over the hill and like he was just gone.
Perfect.
It was great.
That's hilarious. Maleficent.
Okay.
That'd be a little chilly,
All those would be a little chilly,
Well,
except for the
right?
yeah.
The cup.
The cup.
These costumes are all just, these are really weird. Oh, Zoom fail.
Oh, what is that? A guy masturbating?
No,
Oh.
that's
That's a Zoom fail.
called tubin.
That's
Hashtag
Tobin.
Tubin. Yeah, so there's just like, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen this year. Have you heard about any
No.
costume
Not at all.
contests or anything? Or
no, I haven't heard anything. Although I'm not in those circles that much anymore. I know the kids are going to like each of them have like their little parties they're going to go to that evening.
Yeah.
But
Otherwise, no.
no, nothing.
That's too bad. It really is. Did you watch the game?
Did
Of course.
did watch the game. It was awesome. Thought it was great. I was
Honestly,
very happy.
I could do without the fake crowd noise.
Oh, I like that. I like. Okay, and that's what I was wondering if that's something that's just the TV, like the network does that, or if that's actually in the stadium. Because if it's not in the stadium, that'd be really weird to play a game like that with 1,000 people in there. It'd be like it's
Well, they had all the
weird.
cutouts.
But like the sound though, yeah, the cutout.
It's got to be like, it probably sounds like practice.
Right, that's what's weird.
So that's okay. It's not like, that's what they've been practicing with, but the crowd noise though, because I didn't like it because you'd have like they'd flag something, then they come out to make the call, and you'd have yay, and then you have boo. I'm like, oh,
I love it.
Who's pushing the buttons?
I thought it was awesome. It's like watching a video game.
It was like the in studio laugh track for a comedy. And if
Sometimes you got lost and you didn't realize that there was no crowd. You just did because I liked the noise. The
so you knew
ambiance.
something good happened because you heard the crowd
Yeah.
cheering. Oh my goodness!
I
Okay.
did. I liked it.
It was good though. But watching the game, yeah, I know the score wasn't great, but I mean, honestly, they're number 5. Okay.
Which I think is funny is that they haven't played at all, and they were great. But how can you be number 5 when you haven't played a game? You're like
I know.
6 weeks behind.
It's like based on the performances of some kids that aren't there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess one of the arguments that they were talking about was, the Nebraska. If it hadn't been for Ohio State, that nobody would have been watching, and it's like you don't understand. I mean, I don't think viewership's dropped off one iota for Nebraska from 1996 to now.
No,
Maybe increased. Who knows?
probably.
But there's a reason that they decided to put Nebraska with Ohio State for this season opener. There's a reason
to
that they
stick
didn't
it to
put.
us for trying to fight for football.
That too.
So there are many reasons.
There's probably that too, but they wouldn't have put us in there if it was going to be a ratings drag.
Right.
Definitely, they wouldn't have put it. But then again, Nebraska wouldn't have fought as hard if we weren't. It's like they just wanted to play.
Yeah, they didn't
But
care.
there was some bantering, let's say, a little chirping going on Twitter. That's kind of funny. Anyway,
Did you just invent that right now?
chirping
That's
on Twitter.
interesting.
I bet I'm the first one to ever say that. But there were some Ohio State fans that were arguing with some Nebraska fans about the number of people. It's like, well, okay, first off, you have a lot more people in Ohio. We'll just start there.
Right.
We'll just start. We have 2 million, and guarantee you that we had a huge number of people that were watching that were Nebraska fans from across the country.
For sure. Oh, absolutely. That's the truth.
It was good though to see him play.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it.
It was just fun having him back.
And the
So,
opening quarter, even though opening first half
was awesome.
was really very good.
Yeah.
And I think even Urban Meyer had said just, a couple of calls that were questionable at best.
Yeah.
And maybe a play going the other way, one play. He says, this is a whole different ballgame.
It's the truth, 100% the truth. But that's like, I'm so sick of hearing, like for us, the last 5 years, it's been like, oh, if we had just tipped it one, it would be a totally, I'm like, oh my gosh, I know it's the truth. But it's like, I'm just so sick of saying that.
Just so, those little itty bitty things.
Right.
But I will say that the calls against the kids for targeting,
Stupid.
it got ridiculous.
It got ridiculous, and they need to figure something out.
They're right. The
different
announcers-
degrees of targeting, but the fact that they're ejected from the game and then they have to sit out the first half of the next game when it's not malicious, it's just absolutely
right.
terrible.
And I was surprised. I didn't know that they changed that about the face mask, because it used to be there was an intentional and then there was inadvertent or whatever you want to call it. And I guess there's
I didn't
just
realize
one
that either.
now. And when he said that, I was like, wait, well, not like I'm in that circle, I guess.
You
but
didn't get the
I didn't get
text?
the memo. I got left out of that group text, but I've been on a few others. But anyway, yeah. So it was fun though to just have it on and have the noise in the background.
Yeah,
and
I
have
agree.
The sound, and it was fun.
We were getting it was actually after, it was Sunday. Yeah, it was yesterday. We went to Aldi to get some groceries and stuff. We had gotten groceries the day before, but I don't know how you just like go through the store and then you get home. You're like, we didn't get anything we were supposed to get.
I know. I do that. I seriously, to the point now, it's like I write everything down, get the stuff first, and then you can go wander if you're going to.
Right.
But I very rarely go in the store anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's almost always I send it all in and I just go get it.
Because then you
and
end up
pick it
getting
up.
more stuff than you need, or not getting
Or
stuff.
not getting what I want.
Hence why we had to go back to Aldi on Sunday. But I'd never seen mask, like an argument over a mask, no
rage.
mask, distance, or anything before yesterday. I'd never seen one.
Let me think.
Nobody's ever, and it wasn't geared, it wasn't like directed towards me.
Yeah.
But I've never had anyone talk to me about a mask or the distance I'm standing to them or anything like that. And
No, it's funny. I haven't either. It's crossed my mind a couple of times because I find it, because sometimes I'm thinking, oh, somebody's going to say something if they, because we're, talking to somebody in an aisle and I remember doing that, like she was trying to find something. Mm-hmm. And I was in a store I don't normally go to, and I didn't know where anything was either. It was just kind of, and we were standing there way too close to each other, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But then you think about it afterwards because you've got this paranoia in the back of your head that somebody's going to come.
Oh, see, I don't think about that.
Karen me.
This guy saw somebody get Karen'd by a dude.
Oh my God.
It was a little old guy too. I was checking out and Beth went to the bathroom and we had to, it was just like a couple little things. We had, I didn't even have a cart. I was just holding it. And there was a guy in front of me. Okay, so, and here's the description so you can kind of figure out the distance. We were waiting in line and there was somebody checking out. There was a guy right after the person checking out. Mm-hmm. All of his stuff was already loaded onto the little thing.
Sure.
There was a guy right behind him who was in front of me. And then I was right behind this guy. So it was me, then an actual human being, and then a cart, and then a cart, and then a human being. So the carts are probably
4 feet.
Me and this guy in front of me
8 feet.
were probably 3 feet apart. But that guy and the guy in front of him were probably 8 to 10 feet at the most, at the least. So I wasn't really paying attention to much, but this guy in front of the guy in front of me unloaded everything, and he's standing in front of the cart and he starts waving his arms like back up,
Get back
up, yes.
What?
And I looked and I pointed to, I looked around and the guy in front looked at me and he goes, what? And the guy goes, back up, you're too close. And the guy goes, you want me to go get my tape measure? He goes, we're 10 feet apart. The guy goes, what? And I started laughing. He goes, what's so funny? The guy in front of him. And I said, because you're at least 10 feet from this guy, dude. I said, everybody has masks on. You're 10 feet away.
Masks work, why is 6 feet?
Right.
Right.
And you're
That's
10.
one of my big question. And we still honor it.
Yeah.
And you're at least 10. 2 carts.
Oh, and then he's just glaring.
He was looking for a reason.
Oh, and it was the most ridiculous, like, back up. Like, dude.
Flailing his arms.
Literally flailing his arms. It was unbelievable.
I have not run into that person. I haven't seen that person.
I hadn't either until then. I was blown away that I saw that it was. I get it if somebody's bumping into you or whatever, and you can ask them to back up.
I wonder if he's passed anybody in one of the aisles.
Probably not. No. Oh God, I wish I'd seen that. Write that down send that a note. Fax past Pat. That would have been a great. So I assume you had this big halo around you down the aisle.
I can't wait till they come out with the hoop skirts for everybody to wear.
Oh, the distance.
This will keep you a distance. Everybody's nice little round. I actually saw a video, and it was in a different country. And I do believe it was meant to be humorous, but this was a while back, of these circles. And they had the shoulder straps. Mm-hmm. So everybody could stay, but it was like a little table,
Yeah.
so they had a place to put their hands, and then
Would
they
not
could-
surprise me if that
Oh,
comes.
My God.
Yeah. It
'Cause
fired
if everybody,
me up.
it's like 3 feet for each person. So
Yeah.
you'd be 6 feet from everybody.
Dude, and if you're that worried, you're that paranoid
do
about
pick up
it.
groceries.
Right.
That's why
Everybody
they
has that
offer
option.
it.
Almost every store has that option to do that. So just do that.
Hell, there's even some that they'll deliver for free.
Yeah.
There's some that do it. Walmart, I think Walmart is one of them too. I'm not sure. And Amazon Prime at Whole
yeah.
Foods. If you have Amazon Prime, try that out
Just
because it's
get
pretty
it.
slick.
Right.
And I just do it because this is like nirvana for me. Because all these services now that I've always 'cause
Everybody's
I
coming
don't
over to your
wanna
side
go-
of the fence.
I don't want to go inside,
Right.
and so now they're offering all this stuff. Yes,
like,
this
hell
is what I've
yes.
been wanting. I don't have to get out of my yoga pants and my oversized T-shirt all weekend. I got my socks and my slippers, and I ain't seeing nobody.
Now the whole world is doing that. So it's like, woohoo.
It is. Once I get home on Friday, bust it out. That's it. I'm in my uniform for the weekend.
It's called yoga pants and a
Oversized
was
T-shirt.
it Bart Simpson T-shirt? Is that what it is?
It is actually South Park.
Oh,
I have a South Park and I have a Victory fighting.
yeah, that's all I wear.
Those
is
are my
Victory.
two go-tos for T-shirts. I do have a couple others, but I haven't worn lately. I have to get those out. The handy T-shirts from Vogler's, which are
Comfy.
super soft and comfy as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, I do any of those. That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm all about that. Deliver it. Bring it to me.
Right. Especially if you have that big of an issue with being that close to people. And if you have
And even
pre-existing
more so.
conditions or whatever, totally understand. But
Yeah.
then don't put yourself in that situation where you have to make it uncomfortable
To make
for
everybody
somebody
else uncomfortable.
Right. Especially when somebody wasn't doing anything wrong, like zero wrong, just
Right.
looking
So
for a
did
fight.
you kind of stood up for the little
I
guy.
did. I stood because I felt bad because the guy was, they were both probably the same age.
Right.
And they both had masks on and there was plenty of space. And, yeah, I just felt bad.
And the checker's probably 18 going, oh my God.
Probably. Yeah, I felt
What do
bad.
I do?
Yeah.
No. Bouncer. We need a bouncer.
An Aldi bouncer.
That'll be the next thing as far as new employment opportunities at grocery stores.
Grocery store bouncers. Mask bouncer.
It's like having, what do they call them on planes? can't say 'em.
Air marshal?
Yeah, air marshals.
Mask marshal.
Have a mask marshal in the store. You never know who the mask marshal is. Just saying.
All right, you guys can
Okay.
text us 402-403-9478 if you have witnessed mask rage. We'd love to hear that.
Or did you do it?
Yeah, or you're the mask rager. Am I way out of line by defending a poor old guy? Or it's Pat and JT on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Parkville Media Production.